Welcome to TradersArmy.com, defending your right to build wealth and preserve capital for generations to come.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's edition of the Daily Market Commentary. I'm your host, Chuck Fulkerson. Hope you all had an absolutely amazing trading day yesterday. We had some market movements. We had a breakout to the upside on the NQ and then a bit of a pullback. So we'll talk about that and cover that today, as well as a confirmation level that came and gave us a little bit of a tease. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Real quick, if you're new to the channel, do me a favor, click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you get the alerts when we do our new videos. And if you are not new to the channel, do me a favor, hit that little button that says like, that little thumbs up thing, so that the algorithms know that human beings are paying attention. All right, let's go ahead and dive in. So the S&P this morning, we're up 4. We are definitely have come to this area of resistance, and we've banged our head against this area of resistance now a couple of times, and that's this zone right up here. So this zone right here, we got a really nice little pullback yesterday from that zone, and now the fact that we've hit it once, hit it twice, this now sets up for a potential breakout to the upside. So I don't know that we'll for sure get that breakout to the upside, but this is the upside breakout setup that I like to see, where there's higher swing lows. Now the key is I want to get even a little bit of basing around this 2930 area would be enough for me to be really happy with a breakout candidate here as an opportunity to get long. On a bit of a pullback, you've got a couple of zones where you may have a chance to get long as well. There is the possibility, though, that this will roll over and price will continue to trend down. And if it does, then just know you're coming off of this supply level, but the supply level seems to be getting a bit weaker. Now, that's the ES level. In the NQ yesterday, we had a really nice day. Many of you were long the NQ from our breakout trade inside of our live trading room, and then if you did, then you were richly rewarded as it rallied all the way up to target. Now, if you didn't get long, we said that you had another opportunity to get in at a pullback to this 15-minute level, and that's exactly what we got. It was a little pullback to the 15-minute level, and then price came up and hit the target for that 15-minute level. It actually gave you 3 chances to enter off of this 15-minute zone. So leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you were able to catch either the 15-minute long or the short as it hit our 60-minute level and then pulled back. So this was a great example of being able to catch the breakout to the upside, catch the short coming back down, and then catch another long. And really it just played between there pretty much all day. So now, since we've played between there, we're looking at the next opportunity of where we would look to get long would be on the same concept, the breakout, right? So it would be the next breakout area. Now I have to go above here, and we are getting a good amount of basing below that level. So that would be the next breakout zone. Since we did break out down in here, I'm going to wrap some lines around this area here in case we do get a bit of a pullback. We could see that this area here becomes a reversal. Crude oil. So here's our crude oil level. So yesterday we had talked about this crude oil zone, and we switched it to a confirmation entry. And we did get the confirmation entry as price hit this confirmation level and then came down. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and after 6 candlesticks, we see that we had done basically nothing. Not a whole lot of price action here. It wound up technically didn't stop out after 6 candlesticks. Your tightest your stop could be was this blue line here. So maybe it did for you. We knew that the level was getting weaker, and that's why we switched it to a confirmation entry. So unfortunately, you win some, you lose some. That one did not hold true. That was a pretty good setup with the wick over wick area. It just gave us a tiny little move away from there. Of course, coming to close to this, this little fair price value area. So I know a lot of people that said I'm not interested in taking it because that zone is too close anyway. So now the next area that we're looking at the 4-hour chart, would tell me that we are indeed trending up. We've come to this 4-hour level of supply. The real best entries are really don't come into play until somewhere down in here. So they're somewhere down in this region. But I don't have any clean areas of demand. So I'm going to be waiting pretty much patiently on this for potential breakout entries. In gold, we have just now rallied up into our level here for gold off the 60-minute chart. This is the one that we talked about yesterday in the DMC. So we've just entered that position. It's just come into that zone. Really nice, strong selling pressure and starting to move out of it. If we move even down to 15, call it 1508. I think that's where you would move your stop to break even at about 1508, only because we've got this opposing zone right here. It's not great as far as the reward to risk because of this opposing zone. It takes that and makes it really close to just being about a 2-to-1 reward to risk. I mean, you've got 1516 by 1520, so there's 4 points. So 1508 would be your 2-to-1 reward to risk. And that puts you right down here, right in that zone. Next, looking at our bonds and currency markets. So in our bonds and currency markets, we did yesterday nothing really to add with the 10-year note, as we're still in between our zones. Same thing in the Aussie, still in between our zones, so not a whole lot to add on either one of those markets. We did get our breakdown in the euro. So breakdown happened in the euro, came back up and retested old support, became new resistance, and got a little bit of a move away, and now prices are continuing to fall from there. I think that if you didn't get short, you're going to get another shot at a breakdown here. So if we base right at this level, you get another shot at the breakdown right below that zone, assuming some basing. Canadian dollar was really a really strong breakout trade. I saw that in the comment section. A couple people got the Canadian dollar, so nice roll on that. Now, if you missed the Canadian dollar, you had another shot at entry right here at this wick over wick zone. Didn't have this put in because obviously the markets were closed when it made that entry, but that wick over wick area that was created became a little touch and go catalyst point off of there. So I'm going to leave that wick over wick area in there, but I'm going to switch it to a confirmation entry because we've already touched it once. Okay. Next and last but not least would be the Great British Pound and Japanese Yen. So in our Great British Pound position, we have our little bit of basing in here. Now this one, unfortunately, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles, and price had done nothing. No real stop out, but also no real move away. So at this point, you're probably best to close it out for a small loss. Although it didn't come all the way to the stop out, it eventually did come down to the stop out point. Now, because of this, though, we've got a little bit of a flipped supply and demand equation where now I can look to this wick over wick area as a really strong reversal point. I really like this area for a reversal. Japanese yen, we had the breakdown, didn't really do a whole lot, broke out back above. So it's really just chopping sideways at this point. I'm going to remove that line from here. Confirmation short still in play up above here, but in reality with the sideways price action, I would probably just stay away. I will just stay away from this one today for the most part. So keep an eye on some of these breakouts for today, as well as that gold level. And then if you've got any questions, please send us an email, support@tradersarmy.com. I will talk to you soon. Thanks.